Rearranging, guys. What is going on? Today is Sunday, so took yesterday off, kind of just relaxed, hung out, didn't really do a whole lot. We didn't really go anywhere this weekend as far as like getting away for the 4th for the long weekend. I have Monday off as well, and of course Tuesday. So we're kind of just relaxing, hanging out, trying to get a little bit of stuff done here, just kind of relaxing, really. And that's kind of, we still got to get some stuff done in the shop, but we're just kind of hanging out. I'm not really, you know, if stuff gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But we do have some things that we're going to get done today, so obviously you guys need to see that. So first, we finally got the front bumper back from paint so we can finish putting on our brackets, and I'll go over a little bit of how the front end swap, basically wrapping it up here, went. In conclusion, seeing that it's kind of been sporadic over the last couple months. So we are going to head down to Muldoon's here very, very soon with this truck, get the valve body pressures bumped up just a little bit so we are prepared for all of the horsepowers. We do also need to finish wiring in the transmission cooler fans, so we know that that is good. We really got to get some gauges in that thing, EGT gauges, trans temp gauge, just so we can kind of monitor, make sure everything's going good when we turn the fuel up while we're driving, make sure the trans temp is in check. So, but I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Let's get this day started. So when the previous owner, and I apologize, there's sounds of America going off in the background already, but the previous owner designed this garage so you had to, swing around to get into the garage instead of having them facing forward. So that presents a challenge in the 05. Cannot back up because my trailer's right there. So we got to move this whole line of sexiness out of the way here. Woo! It is a hot one today, boys. Whoop. Alrighty, and now with that pulled forward, we are now able to back this completely out. Alrighty, so you can barely make them out, but on the right hand side, you can see that we have additional bumper support pieces, which basically give the bumper support right underneath the headlight, and the bumper cover something to screw into on the metal support there. So those two pieces need to be attached on either side. This one's just kind of resting up here. They use these 6mm by 1 auto trim bolts, screws, whatever you want to call them, which Greg does not have. So poor planning once again. We're gonna have to try and go run and try and find some place that has these so I can screw these in. I don't even have any 6x1 anything, so we are gonna have to put this on hold very, very slightly. But I do have one thing as far as the front badge goes, and also the front badge on the 08. We are gonna get some billet badges. I love them. I think their quality's awesome. Their wait time and their price not so awesome, but in the meantime, I did find an alternative. These you can pick up on eBay for about 20 bucks. They are basically black and silver. We're gonna pop this open, see how good it looks, or I guess doesn't look, see what the fitment on here is like. But in the meantime, at least we're not going badgeless. So you can pick these up off eBay. They're pretty easy to find. So actually one of you guys sent me the link to these, so thank you very much for that. Alrighty, and there is the finished product. Key thing, this is kind of like a rubberized emblem. Make sure behind your grill is, the grill surface behind the emblem is completely flat, because any kind of bump will kind of come through in that silver. But for 20 bucks, I mean, you can't beat it. The billet badges emblems are over $100. So this definitely gives you a good look, different from the badge, and very cheap option. So that will do until our other badges come in. Alrighty guys, couple hours later actually than when we last talked. got the bolts, but in the meantime, I saw my neighbor push mowing their lawn, and they've got quite a bit of lawn just like me. So we had to do a little pause break, go grab the mower and go help them delete their lawn, because nobody wants to push mow their lawn, and that's not right. So we gave them a hand. We got their lawn deleted. Doing the right thing is always a little bit inconvenient and time consuming and probably delays your progress, but is the right thing. You know, seeing your neighbor push mow their lawn, I mean, come on, they needed a hand. We needed to give them a hand, so we gave them a hand. So back to getting the front end done. Got our bolts. We're gonna get those secured and try and get this bumper cover on, adjusted, and get that going. Thanks, dear. Alrighty guys, much later in the day. I've been trying to get a couple things done, get my butt kicked. Around every turn, like I said, this is kind of just like a lazy day, so we've just been trying to get whatever we can done. I'm not really pressing to get a whole lot done, but this is what we have got done. Spent quite a bit of time tweaking the front bumper, getting the fitment perfect, tweaking the fog lights. So that took up quite a bit of time, and also got the rest of the wheel well liners in, getting the battery charged up, seeing this thing doesn't really run a whole lot. My plan for today was actually to get it driving, take you guys on a quick drive, but doesn't look like that is gonna happen. But the front bumper is completely done. Actually, the battery's probably charged enough. I'll take that off and shut the hood, show you guys the complete swap. Got the other two wheel well liners in that were not put in previously. Been doing a little bit of work to the first gen as well. We got the new wires coming up from underneath the truck for the transcooler, for the manual switch, and also the thermostat control. Started taking apart the dash. I got the whole bezel out, really a couple screws up here. Basically there was one screw right up here, and then the thing pretty much just pulls right out. Not too bad. I originally told you guys we were gonna put the switches kind of like right in here was gonna be a good spot. There's actually quite a bit of stuff. Let me pull that out. Actually quite a bit of stuff back there. It's kind of hard to see. But I don't know if we're gonna put them there now. It's just gonna be a whole lot of work, and then the dash actually comes pretty much right across there. So in order to get those switches back there, we'd have to hack up the dash, and I really don't wanna do that. So I think we are gonna move them over here in this area somewhere. I'm taking a look at the cluster and kind of deciding right now as we speak. But the new wires are run inside here. So we're taking a lot of stuff apart as usual. We also did get the hose clamps on the lines just as a added precaution. Got some new line separators for the lines so they stay a little bit apart. Again, got the new wires run underneath the truck up to the cab. Hose clamps on those as well. Got the new, got the overdrive wires all soldered together on the harness. That's all good to go now. And what would a video be without a little Greg A delete? So we got the wood grain gone off of the bezel, which I think looks a zillion times better. I'm sure some people are gonna hate it. Some people are gonna really like that wood grain. Basically just held on with some adhesive. I got this section and this section pretty good. Actually ran out of adhesive remover on this section, so that's why it kind of looks really crappy. So let me know what your favorite method of removing really sticky adhesive is, because this stuff really doesn't want to come off. You really got to let it sit on there and kind of pick it all off. So Let me know in the comments below what you guys use to get adhesive off, but here is the dash cluster. I'm thinking about putting the switches one here and possibly one here. I'm not completely sold on that. I really like them down in where the rest of the factory switches are, but I'm not sure yet. We'll decide that. Not a big deal. Alrighty guys, so let's recap the front end swap just to wrap this completely up. This truck originally was a 2005, which has a completely different headlight style from what you're seeing here now. This is a 06 to 09 front clip. So parts that I have invested into this front end swap is a grille support bracket, which you can see underneath, two new front fenders, 2 new headlights, the front bumper cover, the metal front bumper cover support behind that, which you guys saw before I put the cover on, those side pieces, both sets of those, and I think that's pretty much it. Originally, I had thought that I was going to be able to utilize my 05 SLT support and put the cover over top of that without getting that behind bumper support piece. When I put the cover over that, it just did not fit quite right. It did not sit flat against the headlights. Kind of right here, it kind of bubbled up, which I was not happy with. So in turn, made this front end swap a little bit more expensive, seeing that front bumper metal support behind there was a couple $100. I bought all of this new. Pretty much everything was from lmctruck.com. Minus the cover and the headlights and fog lights and stuff like that. All the structural pieces pretty much came from them. You can get it other places. I know Amazon, you can source some of this stuff. A total investment, I would say, probably going to be anywhere from, I don't know guys, I'm just throwing numbers out here, probably 500 to 900, maybe even $1,000, depending on headlight choice, and where you source some of this stuff from, whether that's certified aftermarket fenders, OEM fenders. If you buy some of this, honestly, your cheapest bet to swap the front end is to find someone who's, getting into a metal bumper that's really taken a complete assembly off. And all you got to do is then buy, fenders and headlights. The hood can stay. The hood is basically the same through 02 to 09. But everything else, if you were to buy it new like me, you're definitely going to be a little bit more towards that top end of that. But best case scenario is you find somebody or online off Craigslist who's getting rid of an entire bumper assembly. That way you don't have to separate piece those parts together. But let me know what you guys think below. 03 to 05 versus 06 to 09. I really love the way it came out on this truck. Not that there was anything wrong with the 03 to 05, just was looking for a little bit of a change. Still kind of undecided on the grill inserts. I know a lot of people take them out, race truck life, that kind of whole deal, but I'm not sure. They're painted, they're nice. I might leave them in for now. Maybe I'll take one side out with the other side in, you guys can decide. But for now, I think they will stay in. Alrighty guys, gonna wrap up this evening with a little wash time session on the tow rig, on the trailer. Maybe we'll do the 05 tomorrow. That is just completely dusty. Seeing that we get so many people a day that haven't really seen the background, if they haven't watched all the backgrounds, I think I'm going to do a video coming up soon of pretty much recapping all the trucks that you guys see, exactly what's done to them, where they're at in their life, kind of what the previous history is, kind of go over each individual truck. That way when you see it, you know whose it is, you know what's been done. That way you just are briefed going forward in the future. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Awesome video coming for you guys tomorrow. Hit that like button before you leave. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you.